Hail Vikings, today's replay features Leirix flying an IL-2. You will note that this replay was made on version 1.4 of the game, so I think this is kind of a dirge for 1.4 and the ground attack system we had in that one. It's gonna be a pretty standard ground attack battle up until the end, where it gets very interesting. Now, matchmaking is very interesting in this one because we have a bunch of tier 5 fighters, then a bunch of tier 5 heavies, 2 tier 5 ground attackers on our side, 1 tier 5 ground attacker on their side, and then we have 1 tier 4 heavy on our side and 2 tier 4 lights on the enemy side. Now, the end result of this battle, I think, is a result of all those Tomahawk 2Bs, because from what I can see of that fighter so far, it's basically pretty useless. And all it has going for it is a fairly decent roll rate, and that's about it. I don't know about you guys, but my Tomahawk seems to spread the bullets everywhere except for the enemy planes. Now, so far, Leirix is doing a very nice job displaying his awesome ground attacking skills, but it's gonna take a little bit of adapting to work on the new system, because from what I've seen so far, this is no longer gonna work. You can't just one pass pretty much every ground target. Mostly, for a lot of the ground targets in the new system, one passing them is difficult. For some of them it's very difficult, and then for others it is pretty much impossible. Now here we have a very interesting display. That bullfighter drops a bomb. Now, I don't know if he was shooting at the aircraft carrier with the bomb or the warship, but he missed both of them and basically just killed a lot of fish. Friggin' fish murder. Leirix takes out the HQ, then he goes after this warship. It goes up in flames as well. And then we have our team with 21 superiority and the enemy team with 14 superiority. At this point, Leirix makes the decision to head for home, as it were. Maybe allow the friendly team to cover his escape and go find the enemy isle, kill him, and win by superiority. But friendly team seems to be very determined to die pointlessly, as you will see. Now, the game at this point becomes very, well, honestly dull. So how about we have a couple of minutes of silence to say farewell to the old ground attack system, because I know some of us will miss it very much. Okay, that's enough silence for the passing of the 1.4 ground attack system. And let's get back to the commenting. At this point, there is a VF 110E on our side, or not, and now it's just Leirix in his poor little old IL-2, facing an A6M2, a P38F, an IL-2 mod, and a Bristol 146. Now, if we disregard the IL-2 mod, I don't want to insult anyone, but if I had been flying any one of the other 3 planes, Leirix would stand no chance. Fortunately for Leirix though, these guys apparently never played the game before. Now, superiority is still slightly on our side, and the enemy isle just made its position known. And anyone who has any sort of ground attack experience will know that the guy is probably gonna try for the radio station up on the mountain, and that's exactly what Leirix does. So he boosts up over the mountain, and when he comes out of it, there is the enemy isle. Now, this guy could have gone head on with Leirix, maybe even crashed into him and won the game that way, but he decides to stay with the ground targets. And that, as it turns out, is a very big mistake. We get a little glimpse of someone coming in from the left side, and we have the P-38 probably doing ground targets. And now here is where the game becomes very interesting. Here comes the P-38, Leirix six it, makes a little turn, drops a little altitude, and then leaves him a little egg-shaped present. And boom goes the P-38. Here comes the 146 on Leirix's tail, and he suffers the same fate. Boom. Now, in the new ground attack system, the blast radiuses for both rockets and bombs has been fairly severely reduced, but they still kill people. So remember, folks, when going after isles, keep at least 200 meters separation, preferably 250 or maybe 300. And now we have the A6M2 about to die. Hope you had fun, Vikings. See you in the skies.